Hello everyone. So I welcome you again in my lecture series of measurement of dispersion. Now in measurements of dispersion, this particular session is based on what is interquartile range. But before coming to interquartile range, I give you some prerequisite which is important to cover this particular topic, interquartile range. Now I start with the median, give you the formula, its significance, and move to interpercentile range, interquartile range and interdecile range. And then we move different question based on interquartile range. So as you already know what is median. So first I am giving you the idea of median. So what is median? क्या होता है median? What do you think? As I already mentioned that median is what? Median is actually positional average because it divides the entire data set into two equal parts. Look at here. Suppose this is the entire data that you have. Okay. So what is median? Median is a point where it divides the entire data set into two equal parts. So if I divide this entire value into two equal parts, so this value is called median. So median is what it divides the entire data set into two equal parts, the lower part and the upper part, right? So this median is also called positional average. Positional average. Positional average. Because it divides the data set into two equal parts. Now, once you know what is the significance, what is actually median is all about, now I am going to give you the formula of median. So you all know the formula of median is what? L plus n by 2 minus previous cumulative frequency divided by f into I. So what is L? L is the lower limit of median class. What is n by 2? So n is what? N is what? N is the total frequency. Total frequency What is PCF? PCF is previous cumulative frequency. What is F? F is the frequency of median class, and this I is class interval, class range. Mention the question. So this is the symbolic representation, and median is nothing but n by 2, L plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is the formula of median. Now I am going to interquartile range. So you must remember this formula because this is very, very important formula. Okay. Now I move to another one. Quartile, decile and percentile. Quartile, decile and percentile. Now the basic thing, median is what? Median is divide the data into two equal parts. The same way quartile means what? Quartile means 4. So if you divide the entire data set into 4 equal parts, it's called quartile range. So in quartile, actually what you have to do is you divide this entire data set into 4 equal parts. So you require 3 cuts. So I am giving you the idea of quartile. So here these 3 are equal cuts. Means 3 cuts to divide the entire data set into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is called Q1, this is called Q2 and this is called Q3. Where Q1 is also known as lower quartile. and Q3 is known as upper quartile. Upper quartile. Now, and this Q2 is what? Q2, if you look at here, Q2 is what? Q2 is equal to median. Why this Q2 is equal to median? Because this cut divides the data set into two equal parts, lower part and upper part. Yes. So this Q2 is actually equal to median because it divides the data into two equal parts. One is lower part and one is upper part. Now, quartile, lower quartile divide the data set into 1:3 ratio, where this Q3 upper quartile divide the data set into 3:1 ratio, and this is 1/1, 50-50, right? Now, what is the formula? Now, after this, what is the formula of lower quartile? Q1. Okay. Now, the formula of Q1 will be L1 lower limit of first quartile value plus n by, since you divide the entire data set, this n is the entire data, you divide the entire data into 4 equal parts. So I am writing n divided by 4. So since this is first quartile, so I need to multiply this first term into here. So 1 multiplied by n by 4 minus previous cumulative frequency divided by f into I. So I remove this one because एक तो लिखा नहीं आता, one is not written. So this is the formula of first quartile. Q1 is equal to L1 plus n by 4 minus PCF divided by f into I. This L1 is the lower limit of first quartile value. This n by 4 is your deciding parameter. PCF is previous cumulative frequency. F is the frequency of middle class, and I is the class rate. The same which I already mentioned in median formula. Now, how you calculate that Q3? So Q3 is written like this: L1 plus. Now this is 3, so you need to multiply 3. I am dividing this n. First you write this n by 4. Why I am writing n by 4? Because I am dividing the entire data set into 4 equal parts. So this is n by 4. Need to multiply by 3 because you calculate third quartile value minus PCF divided by f, the whole multiplied by I. So this is the formula of third quartile. Now, this is the first quartile formula, sir. This is third quartile formula. Now, what is second quartile formula? Look at here. If I am going to calculate the second quartile formula with the same pattern, I am following the same pattern. So, first I write n divided by 4. Again, why I am dividing this value by 4? Because I am dividing the entire n. This is total is n. I am dividing the entire parameter into 4 equal parts. So I am writing n by 2. I need to multiply 2 because I am calculating second quartile value minus PCF divided by f, the whole things multiplied by I. So if you cut this value, what you will get? You will get L1 plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by f whole multiplied by I. And if you look at this term L1 plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by f into I, this is equal to your median formula. This is equal to your median value. So what is my median formula? My median formula is same, L1 plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by f into I. So this is median formula, and this is equal to what? Second quartile value. So this value is equal to median. By formula, I have also proved that this Q2 is equal to median. Okay, so this is interquartile. This is also called interquartile. Interquartile means Q1, Q2, Q3 are interquartile. In Q1 you are in lower quartile position. In Q2 you are median position. We divide the data into two equal parts. And Q3 this is upper quartile range. Now what is that interquartile range? Interquartile range. So interquartile range is nothing but the range between upper quartile and lower quartile. So the difference of third quartile value to first quartile value means difference between Q3 and Q1 is called interquartile range. So this is, you need to learn in this upcoming classes. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Now, so this is, you note down Q1, Q3, how you calculate interquartile range. Why Q2 is equal to median? Because if you calculate the value, it is equal to median. And what is median? Median is positional average, which divides the entire data set into two equal parts. Now I am going to give you the idea of decile. Now I am going to give you the idea of decile and how you generate the equation. Now in decile, you divide your entire data set into 10 equal parts. So to divide the entire data set into 10 equal parts, you need to give 9 cuts. So 9 cuts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I am giving the 9 cut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 cut divide the entire data set into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is called D1 second decile, D3 third decile, D4 fourth decile, D5 fifth decile, D6, D7, D8, D9. Okay, so these are interdecile range. Okay, now what is the formula of D1 then? I am going to calculate the formula of D1. Same pattern, L1 plus N is my entire data value divided by, since I am dividing the entire data set into 10 equal parts, so I divide this N by 10. First decile value, so I need to multiply 1, so need not to multiply this 1 because 1 is understood, minus PCF divided by F, the whole thing multiplied by I. So this is the formula of first decile. Now suppose if you want to calculate second decile value, so how you calculate second decile value? L1 plus N by 10. Why I am dividing this value by 10? Because this is decile dividing the entire data set into 10 equal parts. Multiply this 2. Why I am multiplying? Because second decile value you need to calculate. You cut this N by 5 minus PCF divided by F into I. So my second decile formula is L1 plus N by 5 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is the formula of second decile. Now, what is the formula of seventh decile? Suppose you want to calculate seventh decile. So how you calculate seventh decile? So seventh decile formula would be L1 plus N by 10. Again the same pattern, divide the entire data set into 10 equal parts. Seventh decile, so I need to multiply 7 minus PCF divided by F into I. Right? So this is the 7 decile formula. What is 9 decile formula? Okay, what is 8 decile formula? So my 8 decile formula is L1 N by 10. Same here, need to multiply this 8 because 8 decile is calculating PCF divided by F into I. So this is need not to learn. You need not to learn. You can generate equation. That is why I am telling you that if you know the fundamentals right, then you can generate this equation. Need not to remember all this formula. Okay. Now you can cut this also, 2 4s and 2 5s are. So you will get L1 plus 4N by 5 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is my 8th decile formula. Now the very important thing, and important thing is what is D5 then. So again look at here. This D5 is what? D5 divide the entire data into 2 equal parts. This lower part and upper part. So this must be equal to median. This must be equal to median. Now I am going to calculate the formula of D5, whether it is equal to median or not. But before I proceed, I write the formula of median first. So my median formula is what? L1 plus N by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. Why this is N by 2? Because median is positional average. We divide the data set into 2 equal parts. So N divided by 2. This is called positional average. Hence it is called positional average. Positional average. Positional average. Now I am going to calculate D5 formula. So my D5 formula is what? L1 plus N by 10. N by 10 and divide the term into 10 equal parts. Multiply this 5 minus PCF divided by F into I. Now cut this value. 5 1 the 5, 5 to the 10. Look at here. Now this formula change into D5 is equal to L1 plus N by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. It means that since this formula, if you compare with this, you will get the same formula written over here. So I can say that my D5 is equal to median. Isn't it? You got my point. I hope you will understand this concept. Okay. So this is need not to remember, you can generate the formula by one logic. So this is how you calculate different decile value. If you want to calculate 9 decile, so what is the formula? L1 plus 9n by 10 minus PCF divided by F into I. If you want to calculate 6 decile formula, the formula is L1 plus 6n by 10 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is how you can calculate any formula. So need not to remember, I advise to all of you, you simply generate one trick that how we can derive any formula if I know the concept. So this is the calculation of interdecile range. Now I move to percentile range. Okay. Now in percentile, I move to percentile. Now how you calculate percentile? Now again I give you the concept. Okay, this is your entire data set. Now in percentile, percentile means 100. So you have to divide this entire data set into 100 equal parts. So for that you need to give 99 cuts, isn't it? So once you give 99 cuts, it divides the entire data set into 100 equal parts. So since this graph is very less, so I am just giving you idea. So I simply cut 1, 2, 3 like this up to 99. Up to 99. So this is P99. This is percentile 1. This is percentile 2. This is percentile 3. Likewise, you can calculate, but I give few important terms here. P50. Okay. Second is P25 and P75. Very important. Why it is important? Later on, you understood this. You will understand this. That why I am writing these three is important, because now I am going to give you idea. This is equal to second quartile, which is equal to median. When you derive the formula of P50, it's equal to your quartile 2 value, and which is equal to median. When you calculate P25, you will get first quartile value, and when you calculate P75, it gives you third quartile value. Okay. So now I am going to derive the different formula of percentile. Look at here. Now suppose if I want to calculate first percentile value. Okay. So not starting with first, I start with 10. Okay. Because you understand the concept. So this formula is what? L1 plus. Now and divide by how much? Can you say? Since the division is 100, so I divide this entire data set into 100 equal parts, so n by 100. This is 10 percentile, so I multiply this value of 10 minus rest thing remains same. So this is multiplied by I. So this is what? L1 plus n by 10 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is P10 formula. Okay. Now if you want to calculate P20 formula, then what will be the formula? L1 plus n by 100. Again I am putting n by 100 because I have divided this data set into 100 equal parts. 20 is 20 percentile, calculate minus PCF divided by F into I. Okay. Now, so this is 5 10 gone. So my P20 formula is what? L1 plus n by 5 minus PCF divided by F into I. Now you know that how we calculate the different formula. Suppose I want to calculate P35. So how you calculate P35 formula? L1 plus n by 100. You need to multiply this 35 minus PCF divided by F into I. So rest thing remains same. You can cut this also. 5 7 and 5 20, 7 n by 20 you will get. But now you know that how we generate the formula of any percentile value. Okay. Now after this, I am going to, you just note down these formula if you have time. Otherwise, you can calculate the different values also. You can learn it also. But I advise that you generate one trick. Need not to remember because there is so many formulas used in statistics. Okay. So I am going to rub this. Now important thing. An important thing is the calculation of P50. So first, what is my formula of median? L1 plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. And I already proved that my median is equal to second quartile. I already proved this value in quartile deviation. Now I am going to prove whether this P50 is equal to median or not. Now I am writing the formula P50. So my P50 formula is what? L1 plus n by 100. You need to multiply this 50 because you are calculating 50th percentile minus PCF divided by F into I. So this got 2 times 52 is 100. So I will get L1 plus n by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. This is P50. So my P50 formula is what? Look at above. L1, n by 2, PCF, F, I. It means that my P50 value is exactly same of my median value. The beauty in statistics, right? The beauty in measure of dispersion in quartile deviation, quartile range, in interquartile percentile, decile value. Now this value is similar. Now I am going to prove why P25 is equal to Q quartile 1. So first you need to remember what is quartile 1 formula. So this is L1 plus n by 4 in quartile. I divide the entire data set into 4 equal part. Quartile 4 part, decile 10 part, percentile 100 part. So n by 2 minus PCF divided by F into I. So I am not writing 1 because this 1 is understood over here. So this is my first quartile value. Now I am going to prove P25 whether it is equal to Q1 or not. So what is the formula of P25? L1 plus this is percentile. So I divide the entire data set into 100 equal part. This 25 I need to multiply minus PCF divided by F into I. So 25 4s are. So this value is what? L1 plus n by 4 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is P25. That means that 25th percentile is equal to first quartile. The same way you can prove this also, that 75th percentile value is equal to third quartile. Okay, so I am just going to prove this also, and then I will move to the different numericals comes under this. So I rub this. Now I am going to prove this Q3. What is Q3 formula? So Q3 formula is L1 plus 3n by 4 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is the formula of third quartile value. Now I am going to tell you about what is P75 formula, whether it is equal to third quartile or not. Now look at here, L1 plus n by 100, because calculation of percentile. So I need to divide this value by 100. 75th percentile I am calculating minus previous cumulative frequency divided by frequency into the class interval. So 25 3s are 75, 25 4s are 100. So my P75 value is equal to L1 plus 3n by 4 minus previous cumulative frequency divided by frequency into class interval range. And this P75 value is exactly equal to my third quartile value. So what do you think? Whether it is important to learn the formula or you generate a trick? So as you know, this different formula need not to remember because it is impossible, but you can generate any equation if you know what is the significance of quartile, where they divide the entire data set into 4 equal parts, decile 10 equal parts, percentile 100 equal parts. Now in quartile, second quartile is equal to median. In decile, 50th, not 50th, fifth decile value is equal to median. And in percentile, 50th percentile is equal to median, 25th percentile is equal to first quartile, and 75th percentile is equal to third quartile value. So you can calculate any percentile value. If you want to calculate 95th percentile value, so 95th percentile value formula is what? L1 plus 95 n by 100 minus previous cumulative frequency divided by F into I. What is the formula of 78th percentile? So 78th percentile formula is what? L1 plus 78 n by 100 minus previous cumulative frequency divided by frequency into I. So this is the entire thing which I discussing here is used in interquartile range. Okay, so here I also covered interpercentile range and interdecile range. Now once we come into the numerical, we will understood that how we calculate the first quartile and third quartile value. Thank you so much for watching this video.